At first glance, it's just another garage, spacious, tidy, housing a handful of vintage automobiles. But venture deeper inside, and you'll stumble upon something utterly astonishing. Concealed behind those gleaming doors lies not just an impressive setup, but something truly jaw-dropping. How did this remain a secret for so long? And what does it unveil about the authentic Rick Harrison? Stick around, because once you witness this, you'll be stunned to learn this is where he escapes the limelight. Long before the dazzling fame of Pawn Stars and the glamour of Las Vegas, Rick Harrison was already immersed in oil, engines, and fuel. Before reality TV stardom, his world orbited two passions: the pawn trade and an insatiable love for cars. This wasn't a fleeting interest, it took root early. By age 13, he was toiling in his dad's auto repossession outfit while clocking hours at the family pawn shop. It wasn't merely work, it sparked what Harrison candidly dubs his car obsession. And he's not exaggerating. His collection boasts over 30 vehicles, a diverse array spanning rugged classics to eccentric oddities. Among his treasures are a 1940 Chevrolet Special Deluxe, a 1968 Mustang GT Fastback, and a 1973 Volkswagen Thing, his first ever ride, which he recalls with affection, saying, "They're practically indestructible." His garage also shelters a 1947 Power Wagon, a 1973 Jeep, a pair of Harley-Davidsons, dirt bikes, a tractor, and a 1940 Indian Chief motorcycle with a sidecar. For Harrison, it's not about flaunting wealth, it's the thrill of the machinery. "I'm a car junkie," he admits plainly. "If I dragged another vehicle home, I'd be in hot water. I've got plenty as it is." That fervor doesn't dim when the cameras shut off. After grueling days filming or managing the gold and silver pawn shop, he decompresses by diving hands-on into his machines. "I'm a hands-on guy. I can't stay idle," he confesses. After work, I head home to tinker in my machine shop or restore old cars. Though tempted by the allure of a NASCAR racer, they're fast, they're incredible, they're awesome, he's resisted owning one. Still, he's no stranger to the racetrack, frequenting the Las Vegas Motor Speedway and even taking high-speed spins during the Richard Petty driving experience. He's even had his face plastered on Jeremy Clement's Nationwide card during Vegas races, a stunt he finds amusing. "It makes me look ridiculous, but I love it," he chuckles. His automotive journey hasn't always been smooth. When pressed about his worst car, Harrison laughs, recalling a 1969 Oldsmobile Delta 88 he snagged at 17 for a mere $150. "It had no back seat," he says with a grin. "I drove it for 6 months, pouring in 4 or 5 quarts of oil a week." But what happens when this car-crazed spirit meets home design? Can a residence embody horsepower? Join us to find out. When Rick Harrison, the Pawn Stars icon, welcomed cameras into his Red Rock Country Club mansion in Summerlin, it wasn't just a peek into a lavish Las Vegas estate. It was a window into the man himself. From the moment you cross the threshold of this nearly 9,000 square foot property, it's evident this isn't your standard upscale home. Harrison's personality and passions are woven into every detail, particularly through customizations inspired by his lifelong devotion to automobiles and his knack for practical, purpose-driven design. A self-described gearhead with a 29-car collection, Harrison didn't stop at constructing an 11-car garage. He infused the space, and much of the home, with automotive-grade paint, a material that resonates with his mechanical soul. This high-performance industrial coating, priced between $500 and $1,500 per gallon, graces the crown molding and doors throughout the residence. Why? Harrison explains that automotive paint delivers vivid, unmatched hues while standing up to wear, tear, and the chaos of his bustling household with 6 kids and a gaggle of grandkids. It holds up 100 times better, he notes. A striking example is the sitting room near the formal dining area, where a fireplace dazzles in vibrant green automotive paint, paired with oversized Christopher Guy chairs. It's bold, functional, and a testament to his taste, a fusion of gritty utility and stylish flair. It's Rick Harrison, unfiltered, as he says himself. And the house mirrors that, brimming with character and no pretense. The garage, though expansive, couldn't contain Harrison's ever-growing collection and hands-on hobbies, which became a key reason for his move. He recently acquired a 1.5-acre ranch property in unincorporated Clark County, with plans to erect a 4,000-square-foot garage to fuel his passions and projects. At the Red Rock home, the HOA wasn't keen on his welding or housing a million machines, as he jokingly put it, signaling that his garage was more than a parking space. It was a hub for fabrication, machinery, and heavy-duty work that demanded freedom a luxury community couldn't provide. For buyers or enthusiasts eyeing this property, its value lies not just in its high-end finishes, but in the thought and craftsmanship behind its bespoke features. Harrison didn't renovate to dazzle. He customized with intent, precision, and a builder's mindset, using premium materials to suit a dynamic, multifaceted lifestyle. From the durability of automotive finishes to the robust garage setup, every choice reflects purpose. The home blends form, function, and personal investment, elevating it beyond typical luxury listings. It's a residence with a narrative, crafted by a man who cherishes both horsepower and heart. But what does a garage look like when it's more than a parking lot? It's the core of a lifestyle. Rick Harrison's 11-car garage isn't just a boast of capacity. It's a carefully designed balance of personal needs, hobbies, and forward-thinking planning. Part of his 8,845-square-foot Red Rock Country Club estate, it highlights the tension between ambition and space limitations. Even this sizable facility couldn't keep up with Harrison's expanding interests. Climate-controlled to combat Las Vegas' harsh desert temperatures, the garage protects vehicle interiors, batteries, and paintwork, a necessity, not a luxury, for a serious collector. This feature underscores long-term thinking and care for preserving high-value and vintage autos. Yet, Harrison sees it as a temporary solution. His new 1.5-acre ranch in Northwest Valley, free from HOA restrictions, will house a 4,000-square-foot garage, a massive upgrade for his collection and industrial pursuits like welding. This new space won't just store cars. It'll be a dedicated workshop woven into his daily life. Beyond vehicles, the current garage holds an array of tools and machines, serving as a personal museum, mechanical workspace, and industrial playground. Unlike many upscale garages tucked away as afterthoughts, Harrison's is integral to the home's design, alongside specialized rooms like a gym, wine cellar, and 12-seat theater. This suggests meticulous coordination with architects, likely prioritizing accessibility, power supply, and noise insulation for his machinery-heavy work. When the engine's quiet and the garage lights fade, what hidden passion keeps Rick Harrison's mind in overdrive? Step into his garage, and you'll hear the rumble of motors, see the shine of polished chrome, and feel the stories told by tools of restoration. But peer into his mind, and you'll uncover a quieter fixation. History, not the lofty tales of royalty, but the raw, unfiltered lives of everyday people. Harrison devours books like others binge shows, with a favorite being The Time Traveler's Guide to Medieval England by Ian Mortimer. Far from a stuffy textbook, it immerses readers in the gritty reality of 14th-century life, which Harrison finds riveting. It's about how regular people lived, not some Hollywood gloss, he says with a laugh that barely masks his fascination. He describes medieval homes where entire families cooked, slept, and lived in one soot-stained room, with no privacy, no chimneys, just a smoky fire pit. If you were wealthy, maybe you had one partitioned room. That was luxury, he marvels. The authenticity of those harsh times captivates him, much like his cars. Both passions stem from a love for craftsmanship, a curiosity about past lives, and a drive to preserve history, whether through a restored 1940 Chevy or the pages of a dog-eared book. Picture Harrison, grease-stained one moment, flipping through tales of medieval peasants the next, swapping engine specs for stories of smoky hearths. He's not just a TV star or car collector. He's a collector of time, chasing relics in his pawn shop, reviving machines in his garage, and wandering centuries in quiet moments. What kind of vehicle suits a man who straddles medieval history and modern horsepower? Rick Harrison, a lifelong car enthusiast, drives a 2018 Ford F-150 Raptor daily, rating it a flawless 10 out of 10. Built for rugged terrain, its ground clearance, suspension, and locking rear differential shine during the 5 months he lives off-grid in Oregon's mountains. I've pushed it 70 miles per hour through the desert. It's a beast, he says, praising its ability to haul, tow, and tackle rough logging roads. Though he gripes about a poorly placed mirror control button that folds his mirrors mid-drive, and its extra-wide frame makes city parking a challenge, the Raptor is his survival tool. Yet, his true love is a custom 1940 Chevrolet Special Deluxe, a 12-year project with an El Camino engine, air suspension, and a chopped roof, a nostalgic tribute to Hot Wheels and vintage car magazines. He admires the artistry of pre-World War II cars, calling them works of art, unlike today's utilitarian designs. Also in his collection is a rare 1966 Imperial Crown convertible, inherited from his father, one of only 600 made and pricier than a Rolls-Royce at the time. At 6,000 pounds and 20 feet long, it's like driving a boat, reserved for parades and special moments. His first car, a Volkswagen Thing, holds deep sentimental value. Taught to drive by his patient mother, he later restored one gifted by the History Channel, now kept at his Oregon ranch for beach and dune adventures. Road trips, like a teenage trek to Duck Creek Village, Utah, in a roofless, heaterless Thing, or solo camping in Northern California with just a hammock, reflect his adventurous spirit. Cars, for Harrison, are more than transport. They're pieces of his past and passion. Amid the digital age's whirlwind of misinformation, a wild rumor claimed Rick Harrison faced an FBI raid, arrest, and life sentence for tax evasion, money laundering, and trafficking stolen artifacts. Sensational AI-generated images of him in handcuffs or prison garb fueled viral videos. But fact-checkers like Yahoo, Snopes, and U.S. Prison Guide debunked it all. No raid, no charges, no Department of Cultural Heritage protection. It was pure fabrication for clicks. While the internet buzzed with lies, Harrison was quietly building his dream garage in Las Vegas, a high-tech haven for creativity and restoration. With car lifts for muscle cars and vintage autos, welding bays for fabrication, and climate control to preserve delicate parts, it's a masterpiece of function and craftsmanship. After losing his son Adam to a fentanyl overdose in 2024, this garage became a sanctuary, a place of focus and healing amid grief. Friends and fans call it a temple of restoration, where history roars back to life. Harrison hints it could inspire a new show, podcast, or documentary, but for now, it's his refuge, a space of tools, torque, and timeless dreams. So, next time you see a headline screaming about Harrison's downfall, pause. His only sentence is one of passion, rebuilding history one car at a time in a garage humming with memories and purpose. If Rick Harrison's garage blew your mind as much as it did ours, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more surprising stories. Thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you in the next one.